here at African West J Media.
Take a trip to my side.
African West J Media.
Good people, what's going on? This your boy Allison West J Media. We coming live from Allison West J Media Studios, and this is the media show. And tonight, I have a celestial guest tonight. I have a polygamous guest tonight. I have a wizard guest tonight. No, we're not talking about Future. My boy Sam in the building. Sam, what's up, my dog?
Man, what's good?
Hey, man,
fam?
appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. I've been knowing bro for a minute.
Well, it's been
he
a while.
One of the, I consider myself a polygamist, and he's one of the people that I actually knew who was actually living the lifestyle that all men dream of being. There is a lot of work. There's a lot of headache, you know.
Wow.
So you can see he got this shit all over him. We gonna get into his business. We're gonna find out what makes him celestial. We're gonna find out what makes him a wizard. We're gonna find out how he deal with all those women. And we're gonna find out the many businesses that he got. He got fashion, he got boots, he got websites. Man, you a really workaholic, man. Welcome to the media show, man. It is an honor and a pleasure. Sorry I was late getting here, man, but you know, being with a African American woman has its challenges.
Hey man, it's a beautiful thing,
Yeah,
brother.
man. So we had to
It's a
take
beautiful
off
thing.
a few hours ago, see the queen. Now, so let's get into it, man.
Yes,
so,
sir.
7.
Yes, sir.
Where you from originally?
On the planet, man. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn. Okay.
Raised in South Carolina,
Okay.
and been in the A now for a minute.
Brooklyn. Okay. So, what part of South Carolina you came from?
Some people would know Columbia.
Columbia.
The Met.
The Met.
Yeah.
I got some folks from Anna, South Carolina. You ever heard of Anna, South Carolina?
Anderson.
No, Anna. Anna, South Carolina.
Nah, I ain't never heard of
Small
Anna.
town with two, shout out to my boy Lee.
Oh no, I ain't never heard of Anna.
Okay. Yeah, so how long you been here in Atlanta then? How long you put the flag down here in Atlanta?
Well, I spent 20.
20-something years?
It's been 20.
Okay, so as I told my audience that you are a celestial being. Kind of educate us, take us along slow, and explain to us what makes you a celestial being.
All right, so you know how we identify with being black, right? And that's not really it's not really an individual situation. You're saying that you belong to a body of people who identify with being African. You understand? So African, we are American, but we still identify with being African based upon our roots, right? Based upon the blood, based upon how far we go back. So my master deity, my master spirit dates back all the way before the people that we call human beings, all the way back to the Anunnaki, those who settled on the planet and gave us intellect and magic and science.
You say the who?
The Anunnaki.
Explain who are them people?
Oh man.
Just short now. Yeah, come on.
The
now.
Anunnaki was a being of people, or a body of people who descended upon the planet. Some of you may know they were even written about in the Bible as giants.
Okay, the
You
giant.
understand?
Okay,
In Minnesota, they done found femur bones the size of city blocks and skulls the size of vehicles. You know what I'm saying? That's why they call them Minnesota Vikings. They found big hammers and axes that no person could have possibly picked up. It's just almost the size of this whole room. You feel me? So, we have to, if you think about, if they can prove that dinosaurs, were as big as they were, where they at now? They were killed off. Anything that threatened human beings after intellect befell upon them, you know what I mean? They tried to kill off. And then the other ones went back before the glaciers melted. So that's the
synopsis.
That's the synopsis, yeah.
Okay. Now, all right. Now, I know. So, was you born into this type of knowledge, or was this growth?
I came here like this, bro. I came here like this. Okay. From a child, I was seeing beings and being spoken to. Man, my dreams, I was tormented every night, probably from maybe as early as 2-3 years old to probably 19. You know what I'm saying? To the point where...
When you say beings, tell us what you're seeing.
So, different entities. Some may say ghosts, some may say demons, some may say, whatever. It's whatever the mind conceives, because they're invisible beings. They're spirits. They're jinn and these type of beings, right?
Now, let me stop you there, because I know people going to be in the comments. They're going to be hitting me on my DM. I gotta get this out of the way so there be no misunderstanding. Do you believe in God? You know it will come. Do you believe in God?
All right. Watch this.
Okay.
To me, to ask me a question, do I believe in God, is almost like asking me, do I believe in parents?
Deep.
Why? Because, how old are you?
42.
All right, so 43 years ago, you had no elbows, no eyeballs, no spine, no knees, but you still existed.
Yeah.
How? Because if you didn't exist, you wouldn't have been able to outswim all the other sperm out your daddy's sack, and you wouldn't have been able to help close the door in your mama's egg.
Yeah.
So you existed in two different universes simultaneously. Then met yourself, reincarnated yourself into something called, what they call babies?
The embryo.
The embryo, right? And then you manifested from an embryo because you still didn't have eyes and the spine and all that shit, right? So then you manifested all that shit, and then you was pushed out as a human being.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did the sperm believe in God? Did the egg believe in God? There's the answer.
Seven, I don't know if you understand my IQ level. I still don't know what the hell you just said. I don't know if you saying you do or you don't. So in a layman's
here's
no, hold on, let me stop you there, because I want to make sure that I get an understanding.
All right, go ahead.
What you said made a lot of fucking sense. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I'm gonna tell you as a yeah, because I feel like what you're saying is like believing in something is totally different than living in something.
My guy.
You know me?
My
I
guy.
just had to break it down for. I just had to break it down. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I fucks with you.
Okay.
See, like the sun doesn't need you to believe in it. Mm-hmm. It is. So to ask me if I believe in the sun is ridiculous because I could say no.
Mm-hmm. But that motherfucker gonna shine every day.
I can't exist without the sun. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter whether I believe in God. Mm-hmm. I exist within the concept of your understanding of it.
Will we ever return to space?
We already in it. We on a floating rock. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But Elon Musk just built returnable rockets. Virgin Air, with the purchase of 250,000, 350,000, you could take a trip outside of the orbit. Mm-hmm. You could fly around Earth. You feel me? Mm-hmm. NASA got the Mars project. Mm-hmm. So interstellar travel became available 2012, excuse me.
Mm. What I was talking about was on the molecular, you know what the fuck I'm saying to people. Molecular level.
Absolutely.
Mm. Okay, so at what age did you say, I'm different than everybody?
Shit, bruh. Yeah.
Like in months.
What's
your oldest thought?
Falling down the stairs, man.
How old was you?
I was probably a year and a half, 2 years old, falling down the stairs. I used to get out of everything. There wasn't really nothing that could hold me. I would get out of cribs, playpens, there wasn't really nothing that could hold me. By the time I was 11, man, I was counseling adults in life. By the time I was 14, I was working for a record pool. I had started a landscaping company. By the time I was 15, I was working for A&M Perspective Records. I was working for the record pool. I was working for Pizza Hut. I owned my own business, and I had 2 girlfriends.
Wow.
So I don't really know.
It fit in.
You know what I mean?
See that young, to my age ain't that. Hey, if it's in you, sing. If it ain't, it ain't.
That's just it.
So at what age did you know you had wizardry? You had black magical power?
So the whole thing, the black magic, words are important, right? So when Christians talk to me about magic, they be like, yo, magic is evil. I say, okay, that's based on perspective because you can't really get to the New Testament Bible without a whole series of magic.
True.
You feel me?
Yeah.
A whole series of magic. The first book of the Bible talks Genesis talks about a serpent that slid its way up to have a conversation with a human being and spoke to her. Yeah. And she had enough, whatever they were saying was on the same conversational tone and intellectual exchange to where she could speak back. They talk about a man who threw down a rod and it turned into a serpent. They talk about a man who was able to split the sea. They talk about a man who was able to walk on water. All of this is magic. Go back our ancestors a couple hundred years, just a couple hundred, and you'll see why they call it black magic, because we were being oppressed and we utilized the celestial powers that we were given from our ancestors to ridicule that shit, and they didn't like it, so they started burning and killing all the witches and wizards of the land.
Man, that's deep. So, what's the last magic trick you did?
I don't call it a trick.
My bad. No,
I don't call it a trick. But
can you walk on air?
See, not like that. I'll give you a good example of what I do.
So you what is a shift shaper?
I could do that too.
Okay.
So I'll give you a good for instance. So I got locked up fighting a child support case. Rice Street. Y'all know Rice Street. You know what the fuck that is.
Shout out my boys on Rice Street.
You know what I'm saying? You know what the fuck go down out there. It's nothing simple. And I don't eat meat. And so when they locked me up, they asked me my dietary restraints and shit. And I'm like, yo, I don't eat no fucking meat. Right? So 5 days later, I still hadn't eaten. They hadn't fed me. You know what I'm saying? So I go to the main guard. I'm like, yo, I haven't eaten. And she's like, I'm like, but I'm supposed to get the veggie tray. She's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, yeah, but I'm hungry. I haven't eaten in 5 days. Like, the fuck? Long story short, she told me to get the fuck out of her face. So I did. And from about maybe 100 feet, how far would you say is that back room right there? Is that about 100 feet?
Nah, about 50.
It's about 50 feet?
Yeah, because you got to think.
It's about 50 feet?
Yeah, it's about 50.
Okay, from wherever that bathroom is.
Yeah,
I turned around and said some Klingon shit and threw magic at her. She hit the ground, hit her knees. She couldn't stand up. She started screaming. Ah! Now, if you can imagine this going down in Rice Street, I'm in a pod of 44 plus inmates.
Yeah.
Niggas is losing their fucking mind. They are losing their fucking mind. Because I threw that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She hit her knees.
Like, what's the boy from Street Fighter?
Ayoki.
Yeah, Ayoki. Well, his name is Ken Lu. Nah, well, you know it's mine. Yeah.
So on that note, let me share with y'all something. Hollywood and entertainment, they have a responsibility to the calling of the universe. And that calling is nothing can happen within any realm without exposure. It used to take place in books. Now it's on movies. So when they're showing you motherfuckers throwing magic, when they're showing you people having psychic abilities, when they're showing you these things, based upon Hollywood shit, they gotta put the green light in there just so you can understand kind of what's going on.
Yeah.
But make no mistake about it, the shit is happening. Stan Lee produced a show called The Real Marvels. He interviewed a black kid. Nigga been born since, he was blind since birth. Blind since birth. This nigga was outside shooting basketball with his buddies, bro. Hitting it too. If you don't believe me, go YouTube that shit. Black kid. Remember the movie Daredevil?
Yeah.
And he would do that click shit?
Yeah. And
in Hollywood, they showed you like the waves and it would bounce off the shit and that's how he would see what was going on. Echolocation is what it's called.
Okay.
Echolocation.
Oh, so they put the sound out, let it go out.
He was riding bikes, bruh. Blind. Both eyes. Gone. Don't even have them. You know what I'm saying? So it's some real magic. And there was a little kid, I can't remember, Indonesia or wherever she was from. She cried diamonds. Literally. Cried diamonds. They make her cry. The liquid that would form out of her eyes was as hard as diamonds. They would cut the glass just to show you. Like, it's real shit, bro, that's taking place in this motherfucking world. And people don't know it. They scared of it.
Are they considered mutants?
I mean, we could consider them mutants.
There's some deep shit. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I'm knee deep in it. Hold that thought. We'll be right back. Got 7 in the building.
Take a trip to my side.
And what I'm about to share with you all is pretty much my ideology behind celestial code writing. Because since then, and that was in 2014, January 2014. Since then, I have written code for many people. They all have worked. Every last one of them. And that's not me bragging about nothing. Because some of the code I didn't necessarily write. I just showed a few people. I told a few people. And people told me all the time, this is the reason why I'm having this Facebook Live on 2 different pages, yo. Because people told me, Seven, don't talk about your magic. That shit ain't real. Don't talk about it. But listen. When you do something that affects you, can't nobody tell you it's not real. When you know what you know, and then you defy the odds with something that you know, can no one tell you that it's not real? So the wisdom of that knowledge said to me, Seven, you need witnesses. You need people who can actually say, okay, this is real. Because if not, then you're living in your head, no matter how real it was. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to a website. I was really, I was talking and kind of giving you all the story to give some people some time to get on here. I'm not going to take too much more time. Everything that I'm going to have to say from this point forward is more so going to be notes. All right? I just wanted to give you the kind of the backstory of how we got here. All right? So, like I said, I feel like I'm in the presence of family. So I feel like I can be honest with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can truly be honest. Last Saturday, I was feeling extremely down. I was feeling extremely down. And so I decided to out myself. Since people told me that this magic should be done in secret, all of these things should be done in secret, but I know the people that I've helped. And I needed to feel those people. I needed to feel something. And so I put this post out there. And I didn't imagine the responses that it would get. So now that I have it up, for any of you who want to follow along, go to 7thealchemist.com.
Good people, we back with the 7. Now, 7, we got a heckler for the audience that says you can't use the word magic because they don't say it in the Bible. What is your retort to that?
Is this a Christian program? Like, is this program based on Christianity?
No.
Okay. So then I have no bearing to that, right? Mm-hmm. What I don't bash religion, right? Okay. I'm on here representing my lifestyle and what I do. Mm-hmm. I call it magic. If you like to call it a miracle, we can call things miracles. Mm-hmm. Words are words, and I am responsible to my words. So if you understand it as a miracle, we can call it a miracle. Mm-hmm. I don't call it a miracle because I don't want the responsibility of being called a miracle worker. Mm-hmm. Just because people understand the two as different things. Mm-hmm. A doctor is a doctor because they practice a particular art of medical, right? Mm-hmm. So if he's a brain surgeon, he's a brain surgeon. Mm-hmm. If he's a lung surgeon or a cancer, you know what I mean, whatever, a breast, whatever, blah, 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 right? Mm-hmm. So what I dabble in and what I do, it's identified as magic. Mm-hmm. If you want to call it a miracle, you can call it a miracle. I don't really get caught up on the words, and I can appreciate either one, however you want to say it.
Okay, moving right along. I hope they got the answer they were looking for. Now, I see you got this star on your head, on your hat. Yes, now, from my little limited ability, that's a devil sign.
Is it?
That's a devil sign. I'm asking. I'm being a devil advocate.
So, based upon the Bible, or based upon Judaism, it's the star.
It's the Star of David.
It's
right?
the Star of David. Now, the funny thing about it is that it's two triangles. One goes up, one goes down. What it means is, as above, so below.
Yeah.
As above, so below.
As above.
That means that there's nothing that you can do and get away from what it actually is. Whatever's going on in the universe is going on in our universe. You understand? Whatever you are outside, or this is my practice, whatever you are outside of yourself, you are within yourself. If you're a great person, then you're a great person. If you're not, you're not. But whatever that is, you're going to be based upon the algorithms of the flow of your life. So that's just kind of like a brief as above, so below. Those who understand that may understand a little bit more.
Okay. So
It's actually in geometric shapes.
what
So
does the 8 represent in the middle of that?
it's not an 8.
What is that?
It's actually just two circles combined with a line, right?
Okay.
And one is greater than the other, right? And it represents balance.
How could one be greater than the other and be balanced?
So a lion and an alligator, right? Or let's say a lion and an ant, okay? Nah, let's say a lion and a bee, all right? A lion is strong. It has its own purpose in the jungle. It's great and mighty. A bee is small, but yet it has its own purpose in nature. Without the bee, the flowers wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, fertilized or whatever you pollinize, whatever the fuck you call that shit.
Yeah, we get what
you,
you're saying.
you understand what I'm saying? And without the lion, nature wouldn't be balanced. That shit wouldn't happen. A lot of times in life, just because I'm bigger than you, I want to think that I'm better than you.
Yeah.
You understand? But what you bring to the table may be more valuable than what I am. You feel me? So instead of worrying about who's better, instead of worrying about who's greater, focus on the balance of life. Because as we know as men, right? Like as a man, if I'm arguing with my queen, what's stopping me from knocking her out? Nothing. If I'm bigger than her, if I'm stronger than her, right? It requires balance and respect in order to have a great bond, in order to exist in a natural flow of things.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's kind of the symbolization of the symbol.
Polygamy. Let's get on that.
Yeah.
Let's get on polygamy. Teachers, you know, I had my wife on the show the other day, and I'm trying to coerce her into living a polygamous lifestyle with me. She's against it, but I don't think, because she don't understand how happy it'll make her. So, how have you been able to live a polygamous lifestyle for the many years that you've been able to do it?
For those who don't know what polygamy is, polygamy is one man, multiple women. And, you know, I live a harmonious lifestyle, man. People like what they like. You know what I'm saying? And so, for me, at one point, I had a wife, I had a fiance and a girlfriend. That was a hard act to juggle, but nonetheless. And I think that it's not for everybody. You know, I'm the first male born on both sides of my family in 20 years. Every summer at grandma's house, I'm the only boy. You know, I was raised in a beauty salon. My mom did hair on salons. I'm comfortable around women. I like being around women. And for me, be it that everything that I got going on, I'm building, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I'm building this particular kingdom, if you would. And nobody helps you build better than a woman. You know what I mean? If you love by a woman, man, she just brings a different thing to the table. You know what I'm saying? And so being black in this country, we already got shit set against us.
When you got love from a woman, like, it's not they put that battery in. Like say, like, this is how I describe it. It's like, you got love from the right woman, you feel like you can do anything.
Oh, of course.
You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna bog these people down. With that, I just want to clear that out. That it is people out there living like this. It's not no motherfucking anomaly. So get into some of these wares you got on here. What you got? What you brought for us today? I see you got book bags, you got boots, you got hats.
Man.
What is this company? But you got about 90 companies. So let's get into which company it is.
All right, so this is Magic Up and Genie 7. So Magic Up is my apparel company. I just feel like conscious wear is cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got the symbol on quite a few things, but this is the bomber jacket. If y'all can see this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take this down. Just go through this real quick.
Okay, that's pretty dope. What is
So
this,
I'm an artist. I'm a visual artist as well, and I painted a series called The Watches. It's a seven painting series, and this is one of the jackets that I created out of that series.
Yeah, that's kind of dope right now.
Appreciate that. This is the Magic Up Galaxy jacket. It's got a big 7 in the middle. For those that can see that.
Okay, that's pretty hot. That's kind of cool too.
And then the Magic Up in the
That's
back.
like Air Max able to rock with that.
So that's the apparel stuff.
Okay, I see you got some Italian boots right now.
Oh man, so this is my pride and joy, man. This is so I got a pair on right now. They're called Genie 7s. Each pair I designed. They're handmade out of Italy. So when you order them, they take about 3 weeks. You know what I mean, to arrive.
How much something like that cost?
So these right here, I believe, are $169.
Wow.
Maybe.
Handmade boot for $169?
Yeah, $169, I believe. They might be $189. The ones I got on is $199. These are the soles. So they organic canvas, Italian leather, Italian suede, all organic materials. I've got probably about maybe 13 pair that I've designed so far. Ladies too, a lot of unisex stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then I got this brand called Get Your Nuts Back. You know.
Oh, whoa.
It's called Get Your Nuts Back, man. You know, we've been living in a society, man, where these men are not being men. They're not you know what I'm saying? They're not handling responsibility as kings, you know what I'm saying? And so just to promote getting your nuts back.
They say being crazy. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, so it's got a little squirrel. Got a squirrel on there with the nuts, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Got the hat.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
let me see. Okay, let me see that. Okay, that's pretty
yeah,
dope.
yeah.
Okay, so what brought on Get the Nuts Back?
Polygamy, really. The conversations that I would have with polygamy and the fact that, you know, we've been living this lifestyle for a while, and as men, our women, you know, we've got more than 60% of our black women unwed. You know, and we can have opinions about things, but how do we answer these problems? You know, and so polygamy is one of those things. And so as I was arguing that, I said, you know, we're already doing it anyway. These men are cheating. Yeah. They're not honoring their woman. You understand? So get your nuts back, bro. Like, say what it is you are. Let these women deal with you as they want to, but stand tall and say what it is you are.
I'm happy you brought that up because the thing that I'm trying to get, because this, like, you know, my wife said that, you know, if you do a polygamous relationship with me, we gotta do a polyamory relationship. You can have my sister. That's what I'm saying. Like, everything in life is not about me for you. Like, I don't want to be. I'm not trying to be a polygamist because you want to be polyamorous. You know what I'm saying? This is who I am. This is what will make our lives together better. And you don't feel a certain type way, or you don't feel like you've been used and abused because I can't be who I am. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, it's like in life, just like the girl who grow up and she's ugly in high school, but she don't give up. She, you know, she go to school every day and she get her degrees and she can go see Dr. Miami and go to Columbia and get her teeth fixed. Now she a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
The whole thing I'm trying to understand is sometimes you just gotta stay down and believe in the purpose. And I think in America, our women have been programmed to be selfish because most women have been cheated on multiple times. Most women have resentment issues against us from cheating. When most women nowadays love to quote Bible scriptures when 99.8% of the men in the Bible had multiple fucking wives.
Right.
So it's like it's a walking insanity to me. Like women always say you can't pick this to do this, but you know, I I told my wife today, I was like, my happiness shouldn't depend on your happiness. My happiness depends on your happiness.
Facts.
I should be happy. You should be happy.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But because you have been trained to feel like because I'm living my truth, that it's something against you.
Right.
It's just like a nigga who, my buddy, he, you know what I'm saying, his girl a whore. But he was like, I'm just serious. You feel me, right? His girl a whore. But he said, I love the fact that she a hoe.
Okay.
And she don't hide that shit.
Okay.
So it's my choice
Right.
to be with this freak bitch.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
He was like, nigga, I know she gonna be who she is.
That's right.
He said there's a lot of bitches who hoes but want to act like one way. You know what I'm saying? And and then you know he said, but my bitch I know she a hoe, and I ain't gotta worry about. I know she don't answer the phone. She out sucking dick. Now, as a man, you gotta be willing to deal with that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't make about this shit. I just want to get a shot because you somebody who got the same like my talent about certain shit like this. Everybody love to talk about. Me and my wife were talking about this today, and she was talking about where did I said, well, you know, Mary Magdalene, who y'all say, you know, I say I don't use that J word, but they want to say the Messiah. You know what I'm saying? Mary Magdalene, we know what she was. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to say that is, it does not matter what walk of life that you in. When you're living your truth, even to godly beings, to baby, it's just like when the niggas that keep it real, you know what I'm saying? The women that keep it real, that's an easy person to get along with because there's no cap, there's no fake, there's no bullshit. Nice. And it's like people look at people like me and you who have different views on life and different like educate like how they view things, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're abnormal. But right. To us, they really abnormal. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't live a life where I think, walk, and act like how everybody else think. Because to me, that's like an assembly line. Like, you know, you line the chickens up. You know what I'm saying? Facts. You know, like, one of my friends, I was FaceTime him one time. He was at a chicken place. Like, nigga, look at this shit, nigga. They bring chickens in, like, nigga, and it's like this thing. They just herd them in. The chickens just really, they put them, and the chickens just really just walk behind each other to the thing to cut them. Like, he was like, nigga. He was like, none of them trying to jump out. Right. He said, I said, nigga, that's like how it is living like in this world we're living in. Like, nigga, they send us to the chicken coop to get slaughtered, nigga. Like, so it's like if everybody else thinking and believing that shit, naturally I can't think and believe that shit.
You know what's funny is that the people with the most opinions don't have proof of anything. Mm-hmm. You understand? Mm-hmm. Like, people want me to prove my magic. They want me to prove these things. But the people who I've assisted with this stuff, it works. People have opinions about polygamy, but it's the oldest relationship structure on the planet. You understand? And they don't understand why monogamy was created. It was created for control. It was created to reduce the financial structure of the family, of the individual family. They don't understand that. And as blacks, we don't even understand that. We forget the slave ships, fuck all that other shit. We were programmed here in America as polygamists. Soon as they pulled us off and we got off that block, they found 2 and 3. Go get that one. Go get that one. Go get that one. Fuck her. Fuck her. Fuck her. Get them
call
babies
it buck
out here.
Breeding. Do your research. Called buck breeding.
You understand? So it's like, you know, at some point, we have to understand the reason why we having such difficulty in society is because we're trying to manufacture humanity. Once we stop trying to fucking manufacture humanity and go along with balance, we'll get this shit back together. And I think really that was the reason why COVID happened.
Now 7, I know we up against it, and I want you to come back in a couple weeks, okay? But I gotta get into this shit everybody wanna know about before I get you up out of here, okay? We up against it. Now, you're a vegan, right?
I'm more pescatarian.
Pescatarian.
Yeah.
Okay. Broccoli or carrots?
Broccoli.
Baked potato or French fries?
Baked potato.
Favorite hip hop album?
Oh man, favorite hip hop album. I'm gonna say what's playing in my head right now is, what was that, 808, the 808 heartbeat from Kanye
West.
That just popped in my mind.
Michael Jackson of my time.
Michael Jackson who?
The Michael Jackson of my time. I grew up with Michael Jackson, so I seen Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So Kanye West is the closest thing we've had since Michael Jackson.
That's right.
Best side. Okay. Who got the best pussy? What side of town got the best pussy?
Oh shit.
In that line. What's that? What a pussy? What a wait at?
Shit, bruh. I decided.
Don't
to,
lie, nah.
Man.
You been in Atlanta 20-something years.
I say Midtown. I say Midtown.
Whoa.
That's why this. You don't understand what's in. You don't understand. You don't understand what's in. You don't understand what's in Midtown and Buckhead, bro.
It's a little high hanging in Midtown, right?
Hey,
now.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard about say no good pussy in Midtown.
Hey,
but,
bro.
I'm scared of the women in Midtown.
Hey,
Don't disrespect nobody, but I gotta check birth certificates. I gotta see little kids' pictures. You know what I'm saying? If I photograph in Midtown, I gotta see all of that. Now, if you want good pussy, you go to the South Side.
South Side.
You go to Old National.
Oh shit.
You go to Garby Road. You go to goddamn Riverdale. They bring good pussy out there.
Hey man.
That's Seven, man. I really do appreciate you coming to the show, man. Like I said, I want you to come back.
I appreciate you.
Because I want you to come on one of my other. I want to come on my other podcast show, and we can have a more of in-depth conversation.
Yeah.
Because I'm finna launch a new podcast called well, I haven't given this name yet, but it's gonna be a my political. Not I don't say political. My in touch with my roots type of podcast. Okay. So give people more of insight who I am. I want you to come back. So I'm gonna launch it in about 2 weeks. I'm gonna try to do it after Christmas. So I want you to come back so we can have a more of an in-depth conversation. But thank you for coming out. I'm sorry for being late once again.
Nah, it's all G, bro.
Give everybody your Instagram, your websites, and all that. So, he also do website, graphic design, all that. But we only got 30 minutes. So,
hey, man. So I'm a beast with the brand shit, man. I started the business when I was 14, man. I've been branding companies from billion-dollar brands to mom and pop shops. That company is called Seventh Wonder. It's the number 7 THWONDER.com, seventhwonder.com. The shoes is Genie7. That's GENIE and the number 7.com. The apparel, the clothes and shit, that's Magic Up, MAGICKUP, magicup.com. You can find me on Instagram, 7 the Alchemist. That's SEVENTHEALCHEMIST, 7 the Alchemist. I appreciate the love, bro. I'll be back whenever y'all want me.
Yeah. Good people. We'll see you next week. We working. The fuck is you doing?
Take a trip to my side. It ain't a game.